I'm Sheila Veers, and today we're going to be talking about how often you should eat for fat loss. I get asked this question a lot in my Rock Your Dream Body community, and let's be honest, it can be really confusing because it seems like every person and every expert has a different opinion. Should I be eating 8 times a day, 6 times a day, 3 times a day, or should I be intermittent fasting? I don't know. What am I supposed to do to lose weight? Today, I'm going to set the record straight and clear up this confusion for you so that you can sustainably lose the fat and rock your dream body. It can be so confusing, right? It seems like every day there's a new opinion on what you should be doing in terms of how many meals a day to eat for fat loss. So here's my perspective. My number one goal for you is to help you set up a sustainable, realistic, healthy lifestyle that you can stick to for the long term. You want to nourish your body towards your goals, not restrict it. You want whatever plan you start to be one that you know that you can sustain for the long term. So with all of that in mind, I want to fill you in on how I set my nutrition clients up. So typically, we start with 4 to 6 meals per day for several reasons. And that's in the form of 2 superfood shakes, 1 to 2 snacks, and 1 to 2 meals, depending on if they're working out or not. If they're not working out, we aim more towards the 4 to 5 meals per day. And if they are working out, then we aim for 5 to 6 meals per day. The reason why I start them with 4 to 6 meals and not, say, 3 square meals a day is because for most of the people that come to me, they've really been struggling with properly nourishing their body for some time. And this is where I want you to start getting really curious. It would be really helpful for you actually to take out a sheet of paper and write down all of the things that you've tried in the past in terms of how many meals a day you're eating and what you're eating and whether or not they worked. And if they didn't work, I want you to write down why it didn't work for you, related to your schedule, your preferences, anything. Just write down and get really clear on exactly why things do work and don't work for you so that you can understand how to customize this for you. And we'll get to that here in a minute. We want to get your body to that place where it feels safe, where it feels like it doesn't have to hang on to all the extra food. Say, for example, if you're only eating 1 to 2 times a day, your body doesn't know when to expect more food, so it may hang on to excess water, excess fat, because if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Your body wants to keep you alive. Your body does not care if you're lean and toned. Your body does not care if you have a little extra fat. In fact, if your body does not feel safe, it actually will lean more towards that side and air of like having more fat, because that means that you're going to be able to stay alive if in fact you do get into one of those experiences where you're not eating for a long period of time. Now, a lot of times people will say to me, well, okay, so I understand you're not about restriction, you're not about dieting, but what about like a figure competitor diet or one of those quick fix diets where they say, oh, lose 10 pounds in 7 days? And I will agree, of course, if you have a healthy metabolism and you go on, say, a figure competitor diet or a very restrictive quick fix diet, yes, you're probably going to lose weight fast. But that's not what we're going for here, right? What we're going for is sustainability. And those types of plans are not typically sustainable. Most fitness competitors will go on a restrictive diet for a short period of time, but they don't maintain that all year round. Same goes for most restrictive diets. You know, you think about a plan like that where you go on a quick fix diet to lose 10 pounds really fast. Do you typically sustain that and keep that weight off? No, not really. That's why you're watching this video, right? Our focus together is on consistency and sustainability, because that's what's going to get your body into that mode of feeling safe to release whatever excess it does not need. So that's where we start with 4 to 6 meals a day, because for most people, that's what's going to be, number 1, realistic, and number 2, logical because that's what's going to keep them consistently fueling their body and their metabolism. Another reason why I stick to 4 to 6 meals a day is because what happens for most people is that if they try to restrict and say eat less than that, and they're skipping meals or waiting long periods of time in between meals, what they tend to do is that once they get to that next meal, they're so hungry that they eat so much and so fast that they way overshoot their fullness level. You know, when you eat in that very, very hungry mode where you just keep shoveling it in, you're not really paying attention to those hunger signals. You're just trying to make that hunger pain go away. And a lot of times it takes a good 20 minutes or so for your body to actually register that it's had enough food. And that just continues that restrict binge type of a cycle, because then you eat too much, you feel really bloated and really gross, and then you try to restrict, and then you do it all over again because you get back into that mode where you're really hungry again, and then you eat too much, and then it just continues and continues. So by eating 4 to 6 meals a day and using that as our starting point, that's what's going to allow your body to feel safe. It's going to create that sustainability and consistency, and then from there, you can see what works best for you. But I just want to start you out with that structure that helps your body to feel safe, like I said, but then it gives you the freedom to then experiment and adjust based on what feels best for you. Now, I will say, if 3 square meals a day, or if intermittent fasting works for you, then by all means go with it, because I do want people to customize their eating style or food lifestyle for them. But if you're struggling and you feel like you keep going into this yo-yo type of a thing where you bounce back and forth between binging and restriction, then I encourage you to start with something like this that's very logical, very realistic, and helps you to get into some sort of routine that is consistently nourishing and fueling your body and your metabolism. My goal is to give you enough structure to feel safe, but then also the freedom to go out and live your life. Food is meant to be pleasurable. It's not meant to be a stressful experience. And I really want to encourage you and support you in being able to create a lifestyle where essentially healthy, like the idea of being healthy, becomes easy. Almost like you get to this point where you just set it and forget it, and it's just part of what you do, and then you put your attention on the things that are actually most important to you in life. You're going out and living your life, you're doing things that you're passionate about, and you're not obsessing about or worrying about food all of the time. And if you feel like you need further support or one-on-one coaching on how to really make this a set it and forget it lifestyle and make healthy easy, then I encourage you to head over to sheilaveers.com/coaching and set up a 30-minute Dream Body Breakthrough session with me, where we'll get into all the details on your current goals, your current challenges, and how I can help. I am so looking forward to helping you rock your dream body and your dream life. And if you liked this video, please like it and share it with someone that you know would benefit from hearing this too.